is up, everyone? Merry NJ08 here, live from the gaming room. What is up? This is my 2014 annual series. Yes, end of the year series. I've been doing this since back in 2008. Actually, technically 2006 if you're technical about it, but this is my year-end series. We're going to have a whole mess of videos on the way for my year-end series. We got the usual stuff, and we got some extra stuff. Now, last year we had a special video. It was just coming off of last gen into next gen, so I had the best of last gen and what I'm most anticipated about next gen. This year is going to be a little different. This year we have our regular stuff. I'll give you a breakdown what you'll be seeing on this series. Best indie, best game of the year, best fun that I've had with a game, and then I'll break it down into subcategories, best app, iOS game, all that stuff. And actually, this year's special video, because every year I like to do one special video that's different from the last year. This year is going to be my top all-time favorite video game of all time. That's right. And that means really something since I've been playing stuff since I was a kid. We're going to talk about old PC games, NES, Atari, ColecoVision, Xbox One, Xbox 360, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 2. But every handheld, every single thing is up for game. It's my best games of all time and why they're in my list. And I'll have honorable mention. But today we are going to be doing a pretty quick one here. This is going to kick off my year-end series. These were all viewer poll, subscriber requests. You guys voted and gave me your feedback. As you know, I love interacting with the subscribers. I love it. And you guys make this channel what it is. And, I'm doing stuff for you guys. And it was most anticipated for 2015. Now, I gotta be honest with you, 2015 is looking to be a monster year. I know this sounds cliche, and I say this all the time, and I still think 2011 was one of the biggest years. This year was pretty damn good as far as I'm concerned. I mean, there was some great stuff, including indie, including iOS, including Android, including next gen, whatever, PC. I was pretty happy with this year. But I got a list for next year, and just think, we don't even know everything for next year. We still got E3. We're gonna find out more stuff that's gonna get released for next year. This is just what we know right now, as of this date that I'm recording this. This is up to date. Now I could keep going. There's way more that I could put on this list, but I don't want to make this video too long. I condensed it for the top of the top. Like, what am I personally, for me, really looking forward to playing? There's a lot more, like I said, more titles that could have made this list. This is the best of the best. This is me personally, not hype or what everybody's waiting for. This is me, what I'm anticipating. You might not agree with some of these, you may. So let's start off, and this is in no particular order. This is just as I jotted them down. I actually started jotting this down throughout the year. That's right. When I do this year-end series, I don't just make the lists up at the end of the year. This is stuff that I use in my Evernote, which is a program I use, and I jot things down. I jot things down during PAX East, Gamescom, E3. I make notes of this stuff. So as stuff is announced, it makes my list. And then in the year-end series every year, you guys can hear it. And I will say, 2015 is looking to be pretty sharp. You'll agree with me once you hear my list here. Okay, let's see. Most anticipated for 2015, Doom 4. Yeah, and you know what's really awesome about it? I actually have the beta code to play the beta when it's announced. I have no idea when that's going to be, but I did buy. I pre-ordered Wolfenstein: The New Order on Xbox One, and I did get a beta code, and I signed up for it. So they says I'll be able to check that out. I hope to cover it on the channel, and I hope to get a good sneak peek at the game way before it's released. So maybe, I don't know, maybe early 2015 the beta will be out. Maybe the release will be out in the fall, the summer. I don't know. I don't really know the time frame of Doom 4. But again, the Doom series is one of my favorite franchises of all time, especially being an early PC gamer, way before Doom. But I mean, that was like mesmerizing at the time. Dying Light. Lately on the internet and YouTube, some of the big mainstream media outlets have been really covering this game, and I gotta tell you, the more and more I see it, the more and more I'm anticipating this game. And actually, what's interesting is that it was supposed to come out this year. As a matter of fact, this is the year of delays, which is never a bad thing, because if a developer wants to take the time to make a game better, by all means, please do. I have not against that. But there's a lot of games that were delayed, and actually most of them are on this list, and this was one of them. But Dying Light finally going to see the light. It looks good. Yeah, it looks a lot like Dead Island, which is interesting, as there's a Dead Island coming out as well. But I think this game is going to hold its own. I got high hopes for this game. It looks absolutely gorgeous. And I never can get tired of those kind of games. Maybe you guys do, but I don't. Metal Gear Solid 5, Phantom Pain. I did get Ground Zero, so I got the code for getting extra content when this finally hits. Yeah, what more can I say? Metal Gear, come on. Okay. Like I said, this is in no particular order, but this game that I'm going to announce right now is on my top 5 of next year. This is the top. There's only one game that's stopping it because I'm such a fanatic. But this game, I am absolutely... There's very few games that really, really get me hyped in the history of me playing games. One of them I can remember was, and I'm talking all the way out crazy anticipating, Smash Brothers was one. Skyrim was one. A Link Between Worlds was one. Bioshock Infinite was one. This game is one that I am highly anticipating. It is The Witcher 3 Witch Hunt. Oh my god. I don't know, man. I mean, I remember when it was first revealed, I was throwing money at the screen and nothing was happening. I mean, guys, come on here. This game is, and CD Projekt Red is such an amazing company. They're not into DLC, paying you nickel and dime and your DRM. This game is going to be a beast. This game is going to be a beast. My jaw drops when I see footage of this game. I mean, the boss battles, the demons, the beasts, the dialogue, the story, the graphics. Oh! The Witcher 3, that is going to be the day that I disappear off the internet. Well, I'll be on the internet, I'll be on Twitch, but I mean, you know what I mean. I'm making my Marathon Week banners right now. Halo 5, Guardians. Yeah, come on. That's going to be awesome. Looking forward to that. And again, actually, the beta is coming out this month. Depending on when I'm uploading this, it may already be out already. I'm not sure when I'm actually going to upload this. I'm recording it now, but I don't know when it's going to hit the channel. But this is the month of December, and that is when the beta is supposed to drop, and I cannot wait. The Division. Tom Clancy's The Division. Woo! That's another jaw dropper. You want to talk about sick graphics? Damn. I mean, remember the original trailer? What was it, last E3, when it was Christmas and they're going through the city and it's the Christmas music's playing and it's snow and everybody's actually talking to each other on the mics. Yeah. Another game. I'm telling you, man, 2015 is the year of the beast. I'm just hoping all these releases live up to the hype. Now, that's a whole different story. Uncharted 4, Thieves End. At this point, I don't even really know if it's going to come out in 2015. Who knows? You can get a surprise right before it comes out, and it's delayed. But probably the holiday if it does. I cannot wait to see more game footage of that. Hopefully, the E3 this year we're going to be able to see a lot of it. The Order 1886, another game that's been delayed, and is finally coming out next year, early next year. Really looking forward to that game. People have been saying, a lot of mainstream media, but you gotta take that with a grain of salt. That they've played it at a few conventions, and they're not really. Some of them have mixed views. Some of them aren't feeling it. The gameplay, not graphics or anything, but the gameplay, which is the main focus of the game. I've always been where once the game is in my hand and I make my judgment, then that's my final decision. 1,000 people could tell me a game is good. 1,000 people could tell me a game is bad. I'm gonna get it either way. I gotta know for myself, right? So we'll see. But my opinion, from what I see, the order looks like it's gonna rock. It's gonna be awesome, and I hope it does. I hope it's good, and I hope the qualms and the negatives that people have had with it that got to play it at shows. I hope by the time the final product comes out, I hope whatever they had gripes with are better. It's been delayed quite a few times, so I'm sure they're working on it to make it good. Uh, and as opposed to what I was saying with Witcher 3, how it was one of my favorite, one was stopping it because I'm such a fanboy, and that is Mortal Kombat X. Enough said, done. Let's move to the next one. I freaking love Mortal Kombat. Every single Mortal Kombat that's ever come out from the first one I just have such amazing memories. And aside from absolutely being terrible online with games and whatnot, I love the fighting games. I'm nowhere near a professional or competitive level at all. Those of you that follow me on the channel, but I love them. I think there's such an art to them. I think there's just such a great genre of video games. It's such a fun game, and it's a social game, and you can have fun and you can get into it. And Mortal Kombat, aside from Street Fighter and Tekken, has been one of my all-time favorite fighting games of all time. I absolutely love Mortal Kombat, and I'm always looking forward to a new one. And especially with the new systems we have now, I can't wait to see that. And the new characters look sick as hell. Devora, yeah, a Cassie Cage. Mirror's Edge 2. Not a lot. We don't know too much about it, but boy, oh boy, I absolutely love the first one. And again, Dead Island 2. Absolutely loved it. I even liked Riptide. I like Dead Island. I find it to be a cool game. It's nothing that you take serious. I mean, it's cool. The co-op is a blast if you play it that way, like Borderlands. I'm looking forward to Dead Island 2. The trailer was absolutely hilarious. Zelda Wii U. Again, another top 5 of next year. Huge fan. Let me check my phone here. Huge fan of the Zelda franchise. One of my all-time favorite franchises. And I hope it comes out next year. Zelda Wii U, it'll be Game of the Year for me. I'm sure when it hits, I cannot wait to see an all next gen, a real true all, not a port, a new Zelda game on the Wii U. And I hope it takes full advantage of the gamepad. Yoshi's Woolly World. Yeah, that's right. It made this list because I absolutely am obsessed with Yoshi. He's one of my favorite Nintendo characters. I absolutely loved Kirby's Epic Yarn. I thought that game was nuts. I loved the art style. So, Yoshi's Woolly World. Mario Maker. Another one. I could see myself sitting for hours and hours. I don't know if it's going to be a physical game, if it's going to be like a game that you download off the eShop. It's going to be like Little Big Planet, though. I mean, Mario, could you imagine making your own Mario levels, and then you could switch to like retro, to like the new style, like the Wii U style? That's nuts, man. That's sick. Mario Maker. Tekken 7, again, love fighting games. Love the fighting series. Love Tekken. Tekken 7 is going to be awesome. I know it's actually in arcades now, in certain countries, and people have been talking about it. I can't wait for it to hit home console. Axiom Verge, an indie game actually. I believe it's going to be on PSN. You guys definitely got to check this game out because I'm huge into indie games. I love indie games. They're actually one of my favorite style of games. I absolutely love some of these little simplistic games and some of the bigger indie games. I love them. I just love them. I love App Store, like iOS games. I love the art style that a lot of these indie developers take. Entwined was one that I really, really thought was great. Axiom Verge looks like a really sick game. Actually, Velocity Ultra is one that I loved from this year. If you don't have that game, you definitely got to download it. It's an amazing game. There were some really, really good indie games, and this is one that I'm looking forward to for next year. I actually thought it was going to be this year, but then it got delayed. I think it's I'm correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's PlayStation exclusive. Battlefield Hardline, another game that was delayed that was supposed to come out this year, but Battlefield's every year, so it was nice to get a break from it. They're already talking about Battlefield 5. Battlefield Hardline looks pretty cool. I'm looking forward to it, the online. Evolve. Got to play the beta. Actually got to do a giveaway on my channel where some of you guys got to actually play the beta with me. Yeah, super psyched for Evolve. Especially after playing the beta. That looks like a really awesome game. One of my most anticipated for next year. And of course, Resident Evil 1 Remastered. Absolutely can't wait for that. It's not on this list, but Resident Evil Revelations 2 is another one. But Resident Evil 1, I guess this is supposed to be based off the GameCube version, which I absolutely loved. I'm wondering if they're going to do Resident Evil 0. Resident Evil 1 is a classic. If you're into video games, you know that that is one of the holy grails. So I can imagine what it's going to look like on PlayStation 4. Silent Hills. I don't know too much about this, but we played the PT, the playable trailer, and let me tell you something. And Hideo Kojima is actually working on this. I was scared shitless. That demo, that trailer was damn. It was fucking weird, but it was scary. The gameplay, the playthrough was on my channel. We played through the whole entire trailer, the playable trailer. And I gotta be honest with you, man, that was a scary freaking, what a way to get you pumped for a game. I mean, then were people saying that the final product is not going to reflect off this. This is just a trailer. This is more like an actual teaser trailer that you can actually play through that demonstrates what's coming to the game. Some people said, no, this is going to be the actual game. All I know is that the game was freaking scary. It was nuts and it was scary. I played at night with the headset, on my Turtle Beach headset on. I was doing live stream. I was getting into it, man. The people were flipping out on chat. It was, the puzzles were very cryptic though. That was the one negative that I had. I mean, I like a challenge, but some of the stuff that they wanted you to do in this was impossible to know. Like, you had to go to like a start menu and you had to hit a certain combination of buttons to get something to pop up. How the hell would you know that? You know what I mean? It was very, very, very cryptic. And I know Silent Hill is known for that, but this was a little too much. But it's just a playable trailer, a playable teaser, whatever they call it, playable teaser. Bloodborne, yeah, from Software. I'm a big Dark Souls fan. I absolutely am horrible at it, but I love Dark Souls. What a challenging game. Bloodborne looks nuts. And I didn't make this list because it was actually recently just announced, but yeah, Bloodborne's actually one of my top for next year that I'm looking forward to. I'm actually getting ready to pre-order it. There's, I think, a special edition of it as well. But Dark Souls 2 is getting ported to next gen. I knew it was gonna. I knew it was just a matter of time. I knew it was one of those games that was gonna get ported to next gen. And actually, what's cool is it comes with all 3 DLCs: Crown of the Sunken King, the Ivory King. It's going to be all included on next gen, so that I'm looking forward to that. And then last but not least is Gran Turismo 7. Interesting story. I absolutely love Gran Turismo, and I remember when the PlayStation 4 was announced, the first thing I thought of was, whoa, could you imagine a Gran Turismo game? So I'm really looking forward to that, and especially after the whole thing with Drive Club. I absolutely love Drive Club. I think the game looks gorgeous. And I know it had its problems. But then again, you know, the PlayStation people could tell that to Microsoft with Halo, the Master Chief Collection. Look at the problems that had with matchmaking. And I know it got a lot of shit, and it got a lot of shit even before it came out, Drive Club. But, you know, the developers gave a lot of free DLC away, and they're trying to work with the people. I thought the game was gorgeous. It just makes me hyped for, if that looks like that, what is Gran Turismo going to look like with the massive amount of content? I mean, I'm a huge Forza fan, and I know that there's no game like Gran Turismo as far as content, as far as cars. And I think on next gen, I think Gran Turismo 7 is going to rock. That's it for my first video for my year-end series. Please make sure you come back throughout the month of December. I'm going to have best of 2014, best indie, best app game. I'm going to have best games of all time. That's probably going to end the series. And also, and what is going to come to the channel next year. A recap of this year of the channel, what we went through, all the stuff that I brought to the channel. That's all going to be in this series, my year-end annual series. Thank you for joining me. This series also has a lot to do with you guys. You guys vote on what goes into this year-end series. 2014 was awesome. Let's go right into 2015 and make it even better. Thank you guys, and I hope to see you on the next year-end series video. Happy holidays.